Hello, everybody. I am SunPsychic Jean, and welcome to the show. Unfortunately, Scott is not able to join us today, so I will be here solo, answering your questions and chatting with you and trying to lift your spirits, right? That's what we all need today. And hello, Leona. And thank you very much, Leona, for your kind and generous support. I appreciate you. And Ascending Universal Butterfly, nice to see you. And it's nice, I know that you guys get a chance to hang out together and chat with each other as well. Um, so I'll be doing a little bit of readings, a little bit of, if you want to talk about something inspiring, I have something inspiring to share with you. And we can do whatever you want. I had Valerie from Illumination Portal on my channel the other day, and or actually, it was yesterday, and it was really very dynamic. And we talked a lot about Libra season, and let me just make sure I have this. It is stuck, and the oh, there it is. That's why I can't get it. So it was a lot about Libra season, a lot about your sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign. It was nice. I know, Maria. I know. And I think that I see your question, and I know that we touched on it a little bit. Um, to Yeah. Um, I I remember reading on this for you once before, and Maria wants to know if her and Philip will be reconciling. And I did see that there would be another good try at reconciling. I um, and it didn't seem like it would be the one and only. But just from my pendulum, let me try it again. But just for kicks, let's do it again. So, is Philip is the relationship with Philip in Maria's highest good? And that's to be determined. It's going in a little bit of a circle there. Is Maria and Philip going to be reconciling together? Yes, I do see it saying yes still. Will Maria and is Philip Maria's one and only? And that went directly to a no. That's a certain no. So he's not your one and only. But it's important to have clarity, to have sovereignty, to have your um, emotional type of understanding of what it means to connect with somebody, because sometimes it's a soul bond, and we're meant to meet, but we're not meant to be together forever. And it's important that we learn something from one another. And maybe what you might learn from a relationship could be, how strong you really are, and how authentic that you need to be, and need others to be in your surroundings. How, if you show up and you give, towards the relationship, then the other person should show up and give to the relationship as well. It's important to have balance and equality throughout the relationship. I know it's very difficult, and I do see that it's just know that there may be another opportunity for you to really connect with somebody who is in your highest good, if that makes sense. Not that he's not that you're not going to. It's just that, hey, Akela, How are you? Um, Not that Akila, if you want to, I don't know if you're available, if you want to jump on with me because Scott couldn't make it. But if you're busy, I understand. I'm fine here, but I just wanted to offer that to you. Um, let's see. Is is there? Let me just. I'm going to move this a little closer so you can see. Is there um, a unconditional love lifelong partner for Maria? Is there an unconditional love lifelong partner? That is a certain yes, absolutely. And is this unconditional love lifelong partner named Philip? Is that, and it goes, and when it changes, it's going directly to no. It's not an I don't know, it's a no. And it's almost like the reason why it didn't work out the first time is pretty much the same reason it's not going to have the longevity. So and is there a unconditional love lifelong partner for Maria, and will Maria meet this partner before December 31st of 2025? No. Will Maria meet this new unconditional love lifelong partner by June 1st of 2026? And it says around, it's going in a circle. I hope you can see that when it's not a no, but it's in a circle. Will Maria meet this unconditional love lifelong partner by April 1st of 2026? And then this turns directly into a no. Can you see the difference there? That's a directly no. So will Maria meet this unconditional love lifelong partner by September 1st of 2026? It's saying yes, but I want to see it stronger. And here it goes. It's starting to pick up speed for sure, for sure. So you'll meet before the end of the summer of 2026. So hang in there, Maria. And I think I shared this the last time that some of the, some of the worst pain I can remember is, you know, uh, love, love not working out, and relationships are just so very painful. I do feel for you, Maria, but you have so much love and light around your energy, kindness, and you deserve somebody who is going to support you, and they're out there. So take that for what it's worth. Oh, send link to Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, Leona, you're the best. How do I do that? Thank you. Akila, you're the best. Okay. So let's go ahead. Hi, Edward. Nice to see you. And Joanna, Lydia, Lulu, nice to see you. I'll take you next, Joanna, Lydia, Lulu. Edward, can I get any guidance from my spirit guides for weekend energy this weekend? Well, it's extremely powerful. Um, I do see completions and beginnings happening. Let me tune into you, Edward. I feel like there's creativity around you. They want you to begin and act on that project that you've been waiting to start. Um, it's almost like you're waiting for the right time to begin something. And I feel it's a personal project or a hobby that you're interested in completing. And I do know that certain things are up in the air and it's not really certain. And but they want you to begin anyway. They want you to almost like outline or start collecting information, like put some time into the thing that you want to spend your time with or spend your time on, if that makes sense. So does that make sense for you, Edward? Hi, Tulip Lilac. Hi, Wanda Grant. So let's go with Joanna Lydia Lulu. Um, Johanna, when will I meet my twin flame? Okay, let me just get this. Edward says, landlord is selling my rental, decided not to buy, too much renovations to do, and I'm starting looking for another place. That's your project. That's your project that's going to bring you lots of happiness and joy. Something that you want to spend your time on, not fixing somebody else's house. Good for you, Edward. Lovely. But just now's the time. I said there was endings and beginnings, and that's what it sounds like for sure. They were just validating that for you. Hello, Miss Akela. Thank you so much for joining me.
Sure, anytime. Hi.
I think I'm just going to change the background a little bit because I had this on with Valerie yesterday. Just
Okay.
a little brighter. I like this one.
Yeah,
This one.
that one's
This
pretty
one.
too. This one,
I'll just
because yeah,
yeah.
four.
It's less.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Everybody's saying hi, Akela-B. Hi, Akela-B. They're all excited. And look, Leona, she was a sis.
Yeah,
She told me, she said, send her the link. Send her the link. Because it goes by so fast. It
yeah.
goes by so fast. So you did your show earlier today. I saw your notification come up.
Yes, I did. I had my show this morning and it went well. So I'm glad to be back on, getting more judge and
Yes, yes. Thank you very much for coming on. And so let's go back to this, Johanna. So will I meet my twin? When will I meet my twin flame? So let me just ask. And if you, I mean, um, your icon's a little bit hard to pick up any energy from. So let me see. It almost is like it's like an empty corner, and that's not the energy of an empty corner is not conducive of attracting a partner. So just so you know, like in feng shui, when we have one vase with one rose, that's encouraging single energy. When you have one vase with two roses, that's encouraging couple energy. Or if you have two vases, or if you have two things, whatever it is together. If you have one picture of a woman standing there by herself looking at pretty flowers, that's encouraging single energy. But if you have a couple or a family, a picture of a couple or a family, or even put two pictures together, that's encouraging couple energy. So the energy that you emit, even in your, I mean, you can put anything on there, but an empty corner is not something that's sort of generating that couple energy for you. So just a little tip, and you got any little tweak that you can make might be helpful for you. Um, is Johanna uh, is Johanna going to meet an unconditional love lifelong partner? Yes, there is. It is in your cards. It is possible. So, will Johanna meet her unconditional love lifelong partner before, which is what I call a twin flame? Just so you know, it has to be. It's my language that I talk to my spirit guides. Unconditional love lifelong partner for before the end of December of 2025, and that is my no. Let me see if I can. Do you mind if I do this so
sure,
that I don't know
sure.
if they can see it?
Hmm.
And is Johanna going to meet her unconditional love lifelong partner by June 1st of 2026? And that's a certain no. Will Johanna meet her unconditional love lifelong partner by December 31st of 2026? Oh, look, it's saying yes. That's a definite yes on there. So is Johanna going to meet her unconditional love lifelong partner by September 1st? And see, it knows what I'm going to say, and it went right to a no. Will Johanna meet her unconditional love lifelong partner by October 1st of 2026? And now it's going in a round, a little round. Will Johanna meet her unconditional love lifelong partner by November 1st of 2026? So you have a little more than a year from now. Looks like there's an opportunity and somebody new coming into your life. And what I encourage you to do is to create the space where you're ready to share with someone. Imagine that you do have someone that you would like to share your space with, and create that space around that. Like so make room and prepare your area that's conducive for coupling, if that makes sense. And you can, let me just, I don't know if I have that at hand. I do. I have a romance deck. And
Ooh,
while I'm pulling a card, Akela, why don't you go ahead with your reading?
sure. So, Johanna, so when I asked my question, I immediately heard, what is your twin flame? So, have you fully determined what you want, what you're looking for, what you want this twin flame? Is it just a friend? I shouldn't say is it a friend? Is it, excuse me, is it a full on relationship, lifelong relationship? I think you have to fully sit down and decide what it is you want in this person, right? I'm also drawn to your profile picture. And your profile picture, we're just seeing a roof and a wall. So it's like empty space, right? So what are you creating? you know, goodness gracious, what energy are you putting out with that emptiness? And that's just what I'm getting from that profile picture. That doesn't necessarily mean that's who you are, but you don't have to put a photo of you if you don't want to. Put a picture of a pet, an animal, something that you've seen that caught your attention that you like, put it up. So I went to the Healing Waters deck and a bunch of cards flew out, but I've decided when I flip them over, whatever card is on the bottom is what I'm going to show. And for you, I got the Sacred Well. And it talks about replenishment, self care, giving from a place of plenty. And that ties in a bit to what Jean was saying, right? If, first of all, you have to love yourself to the point where you don't care if somebody else loves you, right? Whether they come in, they are just a surplus that's coming in for you. So take care of you, determine, and maybe just write it out what it is you truly want in this so-called this twin flame. But when that person comes to you, then you are ready to give from a place of plenty, another place from of emptiness. Um, the other card, because you see, if you see how many cards flew out, here is a stack, and then here we have another stack flew out the deck. And this one is water codes, but it says ancient wisdom, as well as the intelligence is within you. So go within and figure all this out. And if you're unsure of where to go, ask for help. The message I've been getting is ask for help. We are not too grand or too minute to get the help that we need from the universe. Allow them to come in and help you determine if you're unsure, what truly do I want in this? And let them show you. But you have the wisdom within you. You just have to figure it out and then put it out into the universe. And that's what I have, Jean.
That's beautiful. Thank you very much, Akela.
You're welcome.
Really, really good information. And it's almost like, imagine that you are applying for a dating service and it asks you all those questions. What do you like? What's one of your non-negotiables? What is humor important? Is hair important? Like, do you mind if they're bald? Do you mind if they love sports? Do you want, it's really, if the more you can get into the nitty-gritty and find out your preferences and put out that type of energy, it really does work. And there's nothing wrong with you know creating that, because we are co-creating with the universe. So the card I got for you, Johanna, is really, really good. It's stay optimistic about your love life. positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And that's exactly what Akela and I were both saying. And look at this, how beautiful. And you can see that in case you want to take a screenshot. And these are really wonderful cards. I love them. Really beautiful. So stay optimistic. It's really that's I couldn't have said it better. Aw, everybody's saying Johanna, good, good Johanna.
Yeah.
Aw, all the best to you. Uh, oh wow, Karen, I see you. You're welcome, Maria. You're so very sweet. You're so very sweet, and you have a lot to share. You know, it's not just offering; it's a lot to share, and I think it's important that everybody know that. So let me just go back up to the top. Everybody, is Chris here? Crys, and so I'm looking, um, and Wanda Grant. So Chris, Crys, and Wanda Grant.
Let me get a pen and paper. Oh, Chris and Wanda. So Wanda is here. Hi, Wanda.
Okay, and for Wanda, and I know a lot of oh, here she says this. Okay. She had a couple of them in there. Good,
Okay.
good job, Wanda. Um okay, she would like a message from her spirit guides. And is Crys, if you're here, please say hello. And if not, we'll go to just visiting.
Okay.
If you guys can just say hello. Akila, do you want me to back us out a little bit? Do you feel
No, I'm fine. I'm fine either which
because
way.
if you have the cards, it'll be easy to show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wanda.
May I get a message from my spirit guides? So they're just saying you've been strong, you've been brave, you've been courageous. So I feel like you've been through some challenges recently there, Miss Wanda, and they're saying that it's important for you to be proud and take account for the accomplishments that you've made and the growth that you've made and how far you've come. That it has not been easy for you, but you've grown. Like, look at the silver lining. Say, well, like for instance, if somebody had lost a job, they can look back and say, well, if I never lost that job, then that wouldn't have brought me to this place. Or, try and look at the positive, try and look at the silver lining in things and find where it is that you've grown, where you've learned, where you've come to a new perspective from all of the opposition that you've been going through in the past several years. And not just that, but I hear early on in your lifetime that you may have some regrets, but everything happens for a reason. Like if you had a boyfriend and he didn't drive a car, so you went out with somebody else, and you always wonder what it would be like if you went out with that boyfriend, and you should never have judged him about not having a car. Like there's certain things that you wish, oh, well, what if I would have made that decision? Or what, it's not really regrets. It's like wondering, what if I took a different path? What if I didn't marry that person? What if it's sort of like they want you to know that everything happens for a reason, that our power is in our choice. And they say that when we have a choice, there's a choice here and a choice there. And you can either go right or go left. And if you decide to go right, and you were meant to go left, it will eventually lead you back into that direction. That there's no wrong choices. It's important for us to keep stepping forward, keep moving forward, keep making choices, and not to look back and regret. Somebody said something about, oh, somebody said I didn't go to my high school reunion. How did everybody feel about that? And I said, well, how did you feel about that? Because you're the one who it matters. It doesn't matter what they thought. And I think that she was curious, but it's important to when we make our decisions, we to honor what it is that we feel and to trust that when we make our determination. So I oh wow, today's my mom's birthday. She passed 4 years ago on October 6th. Wow. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
Yeah.
Wow. How about you, Akila?
So so Wanda was on my show this morning. I didn't get to her question. So so I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay, did Wanda ask her question? But she just commented on it. So happy heavenly birthday to your mom, Wanda. What I immediately felt, and it's weird, you normally get the chills, right? When something's going on. But this time, what I feel was a pulsation from inside of me, but pulsating outwards. So, all throughout my body, I felt this energy just shooting out of me. And I was like, well, what does this mean for Wanda? And I'm sitting, I'm like, you're not telling me. I don't know what this is. But then your mom, because I remember your question from this morning, Wanda, I can hear her saying, I am with you today. So just know that she's with you. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's your birthday. You're more than likely, she knows that you're with her. And I said, I need a little bit more. So I pulled a card, and this is from the law of positivism. And what Spirit wants to remind you of is that I let go of fears that are, oh, wait, I let go of fears that are stored in my soul. And what's interesting, right? I felt that pulsating in my chest and it was just shooting out of me. And I couldn't tell what it is, but that is the energy of my soul, the fear that is within being released from me. So say this, Wanda, every day. Say this. You get up in the mornings, let this be maybe you can't, I mean, you don't have to, but you can let that be your mantra. I let go of fears that are stored in my soul. So I said, okay, Spirit, thank you for that message. Can I get a clarifier for Wanda? And the clarifier says, one way for you to do this, because it was like, how can she do this? Know that the divine is always supporting and guiding you. No matter what you do, your ancestors, your guides, spirit, Mother Earth, they are there guiding and supporting you. So I said, okay, can I get another card? Says, through faith and hope, I am divinely guided on my path. So, Wanda, the message in these cards for you is it may be hard to let go of whatever it is you're struggling with. Today is your mom's birthday. You don't know how to release the pain, the grief, or whatever. Say that I let go of fears that are stored within my soul and know that you, this is the first card, are being supported and divinely guided. So trust, trust. It's okay to feel vulnerable in that moment. Don't hold it back. You are protected, you are guided. And that's what I have for you, Wanda. All the best, dear.
That's a beautiful reading. I'm so glad that I was able to connect you because she wanted a reading from you earlier. Yeah. Um, and, you know, being courageous doesn't mean that we don't feel fear. It means that we feel the fear and we move forward anyway. It is, it is, it's an emotion. It's a reality of life. And I feel that you've been courageous in overcoming a lot this past couple of years there, Miss Wanda. And, I'm so glad that your mom came through and those messages were just so beautiful.
And Jean, I want to share something real quick. I'll make it quick. So most people know that I had somebody hit my car and totaled it outside my street, right? So I got another car to replace it. But what I found is I was so fearful with the new car of I was panicking. Everybody, I'm like, stay far from me, don't come over here. That anywhere I went, because I started to create that fear, people were doing crazy stuff. And one day I realized, I said, wait, I am creating the same fear that I am trying to avoid. And I was like, okay, spirit. I said, I trust. If anything happens to the car, I ask that you keep me safe while I'm in it. But if anything happens, I know it's for a higher good. I said, I let go of that fear. So I stopped panicking whenever somebody will come close to me or cut me off or whatever. So I just wanted to share that to say, Wanda, and anyone else in the chat, if you're going through anything, faith, hope, trust, and you'll feel at ease. Because I do feel at ease now. I'm like, hit it, that's it, it's insured, whatever. But just know that that's all we're asked to do. Have faith.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, and we're given these things, and Karen says it takes a lot of courage to let go of that fear, but we're given these situations in order for us to practice that. We're put in these situations and so that we have an opportunity to exercise that aspect, or yeah, the false evidence
Mhm,
appearing real, right?
mhm.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Wanda, and thank you, Akela B. So we have Just Visiting is next. After Just Visiting is Angela, and then Venus.
Okay.
And I don't know what your schedule is today, Akela. So if you just let me know, you can put it in the private chat if you want.
Yeah, no, I'm
Um,
good. Yeah, I'm pretty
okay.
good.
So Just Visiting would like a message from her dad, Gene, spelled Gene.
GNE. Just visited.
He hasn't changed much, is what he's saying. He's saying exactly pretty much what he was doing here in this world is what he's doing in the on the other side, but sort of ramped up. I do see him reading books and learning, and he was like a sponge. He liked to learn about many different things, but now he doesn't have to read the books. He almost like needs to blend his energy into a particular subject and blend his energy with that. Um, so he's saying he's learning new techniques about learning, and he opens up and allows for this information to integrate into his energy. It's interesting. He's also showing me brown eyes. I don't know who has brown eyes, but he's showing me what appears to be like somebody who has not somebody, but he's showing me the brown eyes of somebody. So I'm not sure what that reference is. He's saying that it's not just with our eyes that we see. He's saying that you trust yourself of the things that are unseen by our own eyes, and but seen and felt with our own energy. Like there's another sight that we have that is he's telling me it's almost like a telepathic sight. So you know how we communicate telepathically? He's like, there's a sight that is like this that we can see and share and learn um, in this visionary, and it's almost like through our imagination. He wants to teach me. he's he's going on to this. When we use our imagination, we can learn, we can evolve, and we can see things that are unseen. And he's saying to keep working on your communication skills with the other side, with the energy fields around you, to learn and to see more clearly. He wants you to know. And he just wants you to know that he's so very proud of you, and he knows that there is it's so exciting what you have to look forward to in your life moving forward. He's saying that keep moving forward, keep moving, and at your own pace. Make sure you do things that are fun, that bring you joy, and this is all he can ask. And if something is not bringing you joy, set it down and revisit it later. But he just wants to send you lots of love. And now he's showing me like a book, a what do you call that? A binder, or the edge of a book, and it has like bumps on it, like the bind. I don't know what they call that. The spine of a book, I guess. So there's much more information. I'm not sure if he's showing me Akashic records or there's a an old book that's bound in leather that he wants to show me. I think he has a lot to share with you as well. Thank you, Mona Lee. I see you. So how about what did you get, Miss Akila, for just visiting?
So just visit. I didn't get as much as Jean got. You know, Jean is the mediumship master. But what I got was he came in and he gave me a kind of a smile, but it was more of a one-sided kind of smile. And I saw she said he passed when she was very little, so she may not be able to validate that, and that's fine. Then he said to me, he said, I'm always with her. She chats with me. And I said, okay. So he's talking to you. Maybe you talk to him and you when before you go to bed or throughout the day, ask for a message. I don't know. But he said he chats with you. So I went to my deck because I wasn't getting a lot. So what's interesting is I got that he says, I have become one of your guides. And then I said, wow, I was sitting here and I asked, I said, am I hearing this correctly? Has he become, and I got I got chills. And I said, okay. And then I kind of heard a guide sometimes isn't necessarily, um, I guess levels is the wrong word, but I'm going to use levels. So we have our guides who have been with us for lifetimes in and out or whatever, keeping us on our path. So while he may be saying that he is your guide, it's that as he's there guiding you, it doesn't necessarily mean like a full on guide, but just know that he is there with you. Then he says to you, you are never alone. So even though you lost him young and you did not get to maybe fully experience time with him or remember the times that he may have spent with you, he's there with you. And he just brought my eyes to the light that's reflecting um, from the lighthouse. So it'll be interesting if you're observing light that reflects like that on your paths. Now, this card says tears cleanse the soul. But when I look at this card, it's more of the heart that he brought to my vision. And interesting, when I pulled this card, Jean, you'd said something about he's sending your love. So I chuckled because I got the heart card right as Jean was saying that he's sending you oh yes, I am starting to understand he's one of my guys. Oh wow. Well, I stand corrected. He is one of your guys then. Um but and then on the bottom of the deck, he threw my eyes over to the bottom of the deck, and the bottom of the deck says, I will always point you in the right direction. Okay. So know again, he that one. Oh, okay. So know that he is there with you. He is sending his love. Whenever you see lights that illuminates, because he put my attention to this light, know that that's him. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, all the best just visited.
Wow. That was really, really good. Really good tandem reading for sure.
Yeah.
All the best to you just visiting. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. Yeah. And okay, so next is Angela, then Venus, then Mona.
Oh, did you see just visiting's final comment? She's, she says,
Uh, oh, I'm
oh,
feeling very good about this reading. Somehow it seems so real. Aw, good,
yeah.
good. All right, let's go to Angela, then Venus, then Mona.
Okay, let me write Mona down. Venus and Angela.
And well, I'll wait until we see how far we can go.
Okay.
I was ready to choose the next person.
You know what? You can choose them if you're being guided to choose them. You can choose them, and then we'll wait for the next round. So who
Okay.
do you?
Reading from her guides from Angela. So, what I'm going to do is tune into your frequency, vibration, your energy, and say what I feel, sense, and hear from your spirit guides, Miss Angela. They want. They're saying that you are very hard on yourself. You're critical and uh, judgmental, if that's not the same thing, of yourself, and they want you to treat yourself with joy, with kindness and love. Um, and to treat yourself as if you were your own best friend. Like you wouldn't tell your best friend, your hair looks funny today. So don't go to the bathroom and say, oh my gosh, my hair looks funny today. Just say, I am the best that I've ever been. Or, at this moment, I'm the best that I, to the best of my ability, this is what happens. And, and it's really important to, it's not lying to ourselves. It's not sticking our head in the sand. It's an energy, a frequency, a vibration that we will be with our own thoughts and our own feelings for the majority part of our lives, obviously. And it's important to have a high vibration, positive energy coming from this. It really does make a difference. You might want to try affirmations like mirror work and put, you're worth $1 million, or you are, well, now it's like probably 100 million, but um, you are, you are a bright soul in this world, whatever it is. And read that every time you go to the bathroom, brush your teeth, whatever it is, or put something on your refrigerator that says something positive. And you don't have to say, Angela, you are. It's just a little reminder, like these affirmations, these um, validations, these reminders about our soul, because there is a soul aspect of ourselves. And I know you guys are like, here she goes again. But there's a higher Angela and there's a soul of human Angela. And this Angela wants you to be kind to the soul Angela or the human Angela, because your soul wants to express its highest desires, its highest um, opportunities or highest expression. And it's important for you to be kind to yourself. And in order to allow the optimal um potential of Angela to move, evolve, and to exist. And not only this, but the more you do this, the more it ripples out to your family, to your kids, to your pets, to your neighbors, to your coworkers. It really, really does. And they'll be like, huh, geez, Angela seems different. And it's the energy. It's the energy that you hold and the energy that you believe about yourself. So that's what they have to say. She does try affirmations, and I do need to do it more. Good for you. It really is very powerful. How about you, Akila?
Okay. So, Angela. So it's funny, right? When I look at your photo, they made certain things stand out. And it was like, yeah, that side eyeing, uncertainty, second guessing of yourself. And maybe others, you feel like you can't trust, is what I would say. Um, Maybe something happened, or maybe something didn't happen. And you don't know how to trust, is what I would say. Or maybe you know how to trust, but something happened and it shattered that trust. So you've put up these walls, these guards, to protect yourself. So I went to the law of positivity deck. I'm gonna just call it that. And as I pulled, Jean said affirmations. Here's one for you. I feel safe and grounded. I feel safe and grounded. Then I asked, okay, well, can you give me another card? And it says, I take the path of love and devotion, right? Because when the energy we put out is kind of like mirrored back to us. So if you're putting out fear, lack of trust, I don't know how to love, or I not really that I don't know how to love. I don't feel like I can give love to this person because the trust barrier is keeping you from taking that leap, you know. Oh gosh, I lost my train of thought. When you connect with the earth and you say, I feel safe and grounded, release all those inhibitions. Say, I let go of that feeling of fear of trusting. I want to be able to trust. Or maybe that's what you say. I want to be able to trust, right? I want to be able to love without barriers. I want to be able to feel safe. And when you do those things, I feel safe and grounded. And the more you affirm it, the easy, oh, she said 100%. You'll see those barriers start to break down because not only now the universe is working with you, and this is the other card that came out through faith and hope. I am divinely guided on my path. Once you start feeling safe and grounded and doing that work with Mother Earth and God, and you're choosing the path of love and devotion, you will start to see the shift. Because now what you're reflecting out is being sent back to you. And that's what I have, Angela. So I hope it helps.
Brilliant. So wonderful. That was a beautiful reading, Akela. Wow. Wow. And it's a good message for all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And yeah, I'm just going to leave it there. So we need to move on. And Venus is next. And after Venus is Mona. So
Okay.
Venus says, may I have a message from my dad, Bobby? And, Venus, this tugged at my heart because I think this is how we met. I think that one of the first times that you came onto my channel and you asked for a reading, it was about your dad, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
And so I just want to connect with
Bobby.
him.
Okay.
And I do remember some things, but I'm going to ask him to give me something different. And she said, yes, Jean, it was. And, sometimes the first time when it comes through, it's like that the information that they were dying to, or not dying to, but, that was most important for you to hear. But now it might be a little bit different. It may not be as impactful. That's why it's important to have some time in between your readings so that you can, acclimate to the information. But let me see what Bobby has to say. And he just wants you to know he's saying something about what he's saying. He's saying that you can do it. That you can get through this. You can get through anything. He's giving you like a pep talk. Um, he's saying you're strong and wise, and you have the fortitude, is what he's saying, to move forward. He's saying, don't doubt that the the information and the strength that you have within you. Um, and he's saying again, reminding me that we wouldn't be placed in these positions or situations if we weren't strong enough to carry them through. And it will carry you through. There will be a silver lining, and everything will happen for a reason. And it's about us expanding our own soul through heartache, through difficulty, through opposition, through tragedy. All of these things help us to transcend and evolve our soul here in this world. And he's saying that you have what it takes. And he's saying he understands that you don't want to take on one more ounce, one more little pinhead of opposition or burden at this time. That you have your plate is full at this time. He says he understands. He's saying you don't have to carry all of these burdens yourself. He said all you need to do is the very next step and the very next step. He says you're thinking of like the whole, and you're visionary, you can see, but he's saying you're thinking of what's going to happen in the next year. He's saying, take it one day at a time. He's saying, because you don't want to overwhelm and overburden yourself. He said, leave some of these long term what ifs and what's going to happen to the angels and guides around you, and know that you'll be led in the right path. That he just wants you to know to take it one day at a time. And he's saying, you've got this, you've got this. And he just wants to encourage you. So that's what I got. And she says, so true. I feel like I'm carrying them all myself. And true. Yep. He had a good message, a good message. She said, he always told me, you need to be strong like your dad. Aw. And Leona's sending you hugs. Aw. That's so sweet. Um, Venus. How about you, Akela?
So Venus, I saw, and I'm hoping this is Bobby. Um, so I wrote here, let me tell you what I wrote. Did he like to dance or do a little shuffle? And the reason why, because the image I saw him coming in, like, on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, how they do this kind of this, he did this little, and I saw him doing that, and he said, keep doing the do. So I guess when he said that, it meant to me, it meant that whatever it is you're doing or you're trying to accomplish, you're on the path, you're doing it. So don't give up. Keep at it, keep going. And then the card I pulled, and what's interesting, I thought this was the Ancient Stones deck, and I realized I combined two decks from the same creator. And I was like, this is how thick it is. I was like, why is the stack so thick? And he says, there's a gentle force is his message for you. And it says consistency, persistence, patience, the long game. When you feel like giving up, just know that don't give up. It's okay to continue, because consistency will pull you through. Sometimes we are oh, he was big, okay. Sometimes we are almost at the finish line, but we don't know that, and then we give up. And then as I said, then we give up. I can see in my head my guides do like this. Oh yeah. So whenever you feel like giving up, know that your dad is there with you, pushing you, giving you that gentle force, that gentle nudge, saying, be persistent, be patient with yourself, and you will see whatever it is you're working towards, you will see it through. Okay? That's the message I have for you, Venus.
Wonderful. Beautiful. Thank you, Akela. That was beautiful. Bobby's so loving. So after Venus is Mona, and after Mona is Karen.
Okay.
And Mona says, message from my grandmother, Ola May, if you have time. What a beautiful name, Ola May.
Okay, let's try.
And Venus says, he was the only one who was my cheerleader. Well, he still is.
Oh, wow. That's why he was doing that little shuffle thing.
She said, beautiful, Akela. Thank you.
You're
Right, grandmother Ola May.
You know what's interesting, Jean? Because I was just brought to Mona Lee, because I went to get your name, and if you take the letters out of Mona Lee's name, it spells Ola May. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Wow.
It dawned on me. Wow.
It's almost like she said, I love double names. And she's saying that, like the two names together, the two, like, yeah. And that you're part of her, and it as your name is part of her name, as you are part of her. Like there's more of her in you than you realize. You are your own person, you are your own expression, but there's so much of your grandmother that's inside of you and that's part of you. Um, I feel like your grandmother was quite young at heart because she's showing me her in your life and like driving and like she's not showing me as a grandmother figure. She's showing me as a somebody in her 60s and very capable, very strong, independent, opinionated, social. She had it all going on. She was able to keep all those plates up in the air, so to speak. Um, I don't know how much of her retirement that she was able to enjoy. I don't she's just not showing me that aspect of herself. She's just showing me when she was, you know, um in her 60s or even early 70s. But she was very much independent, very healthy, uh, you know, driving, going out to the movies, socializing with friends. She loved to shop, she's telling me. Um, and she was I think she was like into like whatever the latest craze was. You know how there was a Pampered Chef and Tupperware and Princess House and all of I think she liked these things. And she said she never noticed that her letters were in the same name. And she looked and acted like she was 60, but passed at 104. Oh my gosh. Very healthy, independent, and shopped and cooked. She doesn't want me to see her at 104. She's just showing me in her 60s. This is what she wants me to um I don't know if she lost part of her memory when she was a little bit older, but she wants you to remember her in her heyday. But I do see her being very young at heart, yet, you know, like wearing jeans and or slacks and really contemporary clothes up into her 70s and even beyond that. But it's almost like nobody would believe her age. But she's not showing me herself as a grandmother type figure. Did she saying there's so much that life has to offer, and just because it's not the same as what was there for me doesn't mean that you can enjoy the beautiful opportunities around you to go out, experience life, and to enjoy, find a hobby, find something that you're interested in that you can learn and grow. And it's important for you to mingle with other people as well. I don't know if you have a hobbyist group or a walking group or a hiking group or a music group, whatever it is that you have your interest in, that you can meet with other people.
Mm.
She just wants you to experience all the glory, all the joys in life, and not just wait or hold back. Um, and it could be online too. It doesn't. I mean, it could be this online, but she just wants you to um, don't be afraid to experience life, even though there's turmoil around us. That there's also joys that are simultaneously occurring that it's important for us to experience. So that's what I have. How about you, Miss Akila? So
You
wait, let
know,
me just. She says no memory intact. She literally looked 60 when she was 104. I do have hobby groups, traveling next week, seeing my grandchildren. Good for you. Good for you, Mona Lee. I'm happy for you. How
yeah.
about you, Akila?
So I kept seeing because I was gonna ask Mona Lee if her grandmother passed when she was younger, because I kept getting a younger person as well. And I was like, don't ask that question. But it's thanks for validating, I mean verifying for us, Mona Lee. But she keeps taking me back to the name. So I don't know if your parents played around with her name to create your name, or if interesting to know if you were like the first or second granddaughter, you know, because I feel like she's making me feel as if you were extra special, So that I kept, and she wouldn't tell me why. So I kept saying, okay, well, is she your first granddaughter? That's why. Because you have grandsons and they're happy, but when they get that granddaughter, it first, okay, okay. So that's what, thank you, because that's what she was making me feel. Okay. But she wants you to remember what it says. Remember me or her by the happy memories you all created together, and continue to share them with the great grandchildren or the great great grand. Don't let them pass. But then she also, I'm not sure what this means, but she also says, don't be afraid. And when we look at this card, right, they're out in the ocean. The water seems to not be too calm. It's a little, it's not rough, rough. It's a little, I wouldn't go swimming there. But what she's saying is, whatever it is you have that's going on, don't be afraid of it. Okay. And then lastly, she says, I watch over you every day. And there's that heart she's sending her love. Okay. And that's what I have for you, Mona Lee. I
She
love and
says,
miss.
I love and miss her. And I think she's really happy that you're a beautiful grandmother, like she was your grandmother, that you're able to now be a grandmother. And I love that you're traveling to go see your grandchildren, because they get all of you, and most of you. And when they come to see you, they do as well. But they have your undivided attention. Oh gosh, she
Oh,
needs to go and travel overseas. That's the
yes.
water. Wow.
Yeah. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
Wow.
No.
What a beautiful woman. What a beautiful force. All right. So Karen is next. And she has, do you guys see me having more children? I thought this was interesting. We could use our pendulum. Um, and
Oh,
is ascending universal butterfly here, or Billy Diamonds? If you guys
ascending.
are,
So
okay,
sorry.
good.
Jenny.
That's okay. Thank you. Get back over here. So for Karen Rosenvind, is it possible? Is it possible that she has more? I'm. I'm getting a negative on that. A no. Is it in? hmm, Uh, it, is is there is there a chance? Is there a small chance? A 20% chance? It's going to no. It's going to no. And that was, I'm surprised, because sometimes it doesn't come out that definite. But I think that you're done, but you're let me see. Will there be another child in her life that she is like a surrogate? Not in those words. Like, is there a neighbor that she'll sort of take under her wing? No. Do you work with children? Um, is there a like your if you have a daughter, is it maybe a daughter's best friend that you take under your wing? And there's a lot of love that you have to give, and I'm getting yes. Like, there's going to be somebody, if there's not already somebody, that you're like mothering, because maybe their mother is, overwhelmed or overburdened, and you have a son. Okay. So maybe there's a friend of your son's that will come into your life that you have the opportunity to be there for. But that's what I see. How about you, Miss Akela?
I'm gonna ask. Okay, Karen wants to know. Will Karen have more children in the near future? Okay, so my no, oh, gosh, I started talking. My nose, and it swings in a maybe. Not a swings in a maybe. Okay, my nose goes in a circle. Okay, so let's see. And I was just spinning in a circle. Will Karen Rosenvinge have more children in the near future? Will Karen Rosenvinge have more kids in the near future? You see, it's going in a circle. Okay. Okay, thank you, Spirit. But what caught my eye, Karen, is your puppy, your dog, right? And when I asked the question, it's like your dog's eyes was like, huh? More children? It's not funny, but it's just that's what I got with off of the interesting, I guess, the dog's energy. Um,
They are your children.
right? But if you, even though the pendulum is giving what it's giving, Karen, if that is what you want, you see it, you manifest it, you bring it in, you know, see yourself. I don't know if you have, Karen says, haha, oh my gosh, yes. I don't know if you have friends or neighbors who have little ones that you can spend time with. And, sometimes children are not necessarily the children that we bring in is doesn't necessarily have to mean that we birthed them. Sometimes a friend's child somehow ends up being we didn't birth them, but they're like our own kids, so maybe if it's not going the way you want, look outside the box a little bit and find other ways. And I'm hearing other creative ways to having more children come into your life. Yeah, that's what I have, Karen.
It's really good. That's really good. I love that. And that puppy is just so adorable. Oh my gosh. And the love, the love, the love. But you do have a lot of love to give and a lot of mothering to do. It just because it's not um well, and we are psychics and mediums. We're not doctors, so take it with a grain of salt, but it's just what the energies show us at this time. So thank you very much. I did say Universal Butterfly is here. Is Billy still here? Billy Diamonds and Nancy Riker, if you're still here.
Nancy.
So let's go with Universal. She said she is here. I got that.
Okay.
If I can just find it. Oh, Ascending Universal.
Um,
I wrote down Universal.
May I have a message? Okay.
Oh wait. So Karen is saying I was once told that I would have 3 kids and I had, 2 abortions before my son. I know, horrible, but it's not. Nobody's judging you here. But I was young. Yeah. No regrets. No
Mhm.
regrets, Karen. You have a lot of mothering to give, and there's other children out there that need your love, like we said. But don't try not to judge yourself. We trust your instincts and that you made the right decision for you at that time.
Mhm. Yeah.
All right. Ascending Butterfly says, may I have a message that would like to come forth, please? Okay. I think this is like a spirit guide energy reading. So I what I'm hearing that is coming through is that you have knowledge that is vast and wide and deep, and uh, that your knowledge it's important to integrate that into your human aspect because with the universal means you're aware of the universes out in this world. I mean, outside of this world. um, the expansion of the universe, and the universe is, there's many universe out there, and you're ascending is you're aware of the change in Gaia as well as humanity going through this shift, this change. But they also want you to know that this knowledge and this vibration, frequency, and energy needs is important to embody and walk in this knowledge, carry this vibration in you in your everyday activities and choices. Um, and it's important to be in balance with both of them. And they tell me the same thing. And they're saying that keep expanding and diving deep. I'm not sure if you do your own meditations, uh, universal butterfly. I'm not sure, but they're saying to go deep and to find the connection to your spirit guides, angels, and I get like ascended masters or some sort of a council that you connect with. I'm not sure if you do any channeling, but they're saying to keep active with your meditations and connecting to the higher vibrational teachers and mentors, as well as bringing that information into this uh, now time, and carry this with you in on your path. So that's what I have. Oh, good. She said, yes, I do, Jean. Good for you. How about
Okay.
you, Miss Akela?
Okay. So I heard hip hip hooray in my head. I didn't know what hip hooray meant, but they're telling me you would know. So there's something you're doing and they're saying hip hip hooray. But then I shuffled and I went to another deck and I got the card of solitude, number 13, right? And it says, I am comfortable in my own skin as I detach and replenish my soul. And it's interesting, Jean, you talked about meditation, because here's what it says. Meditation is required when you receive the solitude card as a sign. Empty your mind of superfluous thoughts and allow stillness to flow through your whole being. This is not an advantageous time to ask questions or push forward in any way. Rather, it's a period for a conscious retreat. What's called for now is to step back and take your focus off of your life and your troubles. You'll be surprised by how things sort themselves out once you've replenished your energy by means of a much needed rest and time out. So they're asking you, um, while you got the hip hip hooray, because maybe you were pushing, you were working, you were trying to get something accomplished, something done. I'm ascending universal butterfly. They acknowledge that, but now they're telling you it's time to for solitude, time to go within, time to meditate. And that's what I have for you. Okay.
Good job. Thank you, Akila. So I asked for Billy and Nancy. They're not here. They're not responding. And is artist Liz still here? Please say hello. She says, thank you so much both for the detailed information, wisdom, and guidance. You're very welcome. Thank you for being here. And thank you for being a member as well. Um, so is artist Liz still here? I just wanted to do one more. And play love, remember if you're still here.
Oh, there's artist.
Artist Liz is here. Yay. She probably had to dry her hands. She was probably doing dishes. I know. That's that's what I imagine when I call you guys. You're like, oh my gosh, I got to run over to my phone. Because I have these things and I do everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think you might be like a few seconds behind artist Liz, just so you know. And Play Love Remembers here. And then that'll be it for today. Okay, guys. Thank you. Um,
Yes.
may I please have a message for anything that sticks out for 2026? I think you'll be moving, or there's a possibility of moving. I see you with two suitcases, either that or you're going to be traveling. I see you with two suitcases in sort of in your hand, holding both of these suitcases side by side. And so it's almost like you're packing up. So I'm not sure if you're traveling or if you're moving, but I see some movement, some changes, and you're going to take with you what's most important and leave the rest. Like some of the things in your vicinity may not have as much meaning for you anymore. It's like, why do I even keep these dolls, or why do I even keep these mugs? Or it's just something you're going to be letting go of something, and you're going to be sort of curating and holding on to only the things that are most dear and that bring you the most joy. And I feel you either are traveling or moving. Um, and that's what I got for you, Miss Artist Liz. And how about you, Akila? Want to see what Akila's cards say?
So, artist Liz, you must have a funny guide because when I asked what is sticks out for you in 2026, I heard a foot. And then Jean said she said you packing up. So I was like, okay, foot is movement, right? So maybe there is some change, some kind of movement where I hope it's moving. I want to get okay. Um and that's all I got. And I shuffle my deck and I ask the Oracle of the Universe what did they want to say, and I got in 2026 I got distraction, and I only got this deck yesterday, so I'm still trying to learn it, but let's see what distractions. Maybe there are things that are going to come into play that are going to try to distract you from what you are trying to accomplish. um Artist Liz, okay, let's read. you know, it's a beautiful deck, but why is it on black paper? So then I'm like, what does that say? Like, I need binoculars to read it. Do not get distracted from your goal. Hold your focus. There is worth in being aware of all your options and being calm. Do not be, whoa, hold on, I'm sorry. Do not be guided into chaos. Be strategic in solving your problems, but you must take action. So that's what they're telling you, that in 2026, things are going to come in to try to distract you, but you have the ability to stay on the path. If you see the skies falling over here, okay, that's falling, but this is where I want to go. So allow the sky falling over here to move on, and but stay on your path. And that, so I'm feeling like there's going to be a couple of things, but it's just trying to take you off your path, take you away from your goal. You know what it is you want to accomplish, so keep steadfast on that. And that's what I have for you, Artist Liz.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Akila. And she said that she's injured and has to walk on a rollator, and maybe she'll be walking better next
Oh,
year. I think so.
yeah.
You'll be doing some traveling. Yeah, thank you guys for all your support. Everybody's supporting Artist Liz. And Play Love Remember is our final reading for today. And she said, may I have a message from Angie, please? And PLR, can you tell us who Angie is? Is that a friend, a daughter, a neighbor? Can you just help us out a little bit so that we're not, we can focus in a little bit more? You're welcome,
Yeah,
Artist Liz.
I'm
Just let
laughing
us
to my
know who it's no Aggie. It's not
Aggie.
Angie, not unless it was a typo. It's
Yeah.
Aggie. Who is Aggie to you, PLR? And she's like, I gotta dry my hands.
Wait a minute.
She did say she was here.
Yeah, she did. Or maybe she's a few, you don't have, no, okay.
An old lady I knew as a young child.
Okay.
Aggie.
Hmm. I'm gonna pull from here. Aggie.
She's saying that you recognized her soul, that she recognized your soul, that you had met one time before, that souls meet, and it's almost like she gave you an activation or a energy, almost like a little bit of remembrance of who you are, because she knew you in a past life, that when she met you again, she recognized you, and that energy sort of activated something inside of you. Um, and this is was your not necessarily attraction to her, but your fascination with her, and the way she just brought out the best in you. Um, she was very kind to you, but she saw your soul. She didn't treat you like a little kid. She treated you like a she greeted you in a different way. And I think she, like other adults would treat you in a certain way as a child, but she treated you a little bit different as the soul that you were. I don't know if she told you stories or if she would spoil you or give you treats or but she just she saw the light shine in your eyes. And you know, art, you can see someone's soul through their eyes. Their soul shines through our eyes, and she could recognize you. I don't know that she knew exactly what it was, if you looked familiar to her, that you felt familiar to her, but she knew that she felt like she knew you, and it couldn't be possible because you were so young and she was so old. But I think it was a soul recognition that you had with her. How about you, Miss Akila?
Okay. So I'm trying to find back this one card because I wasn't sure. Um, I was guided to the ancestor deck, and some cards fell out, and I was uncertain about one card, and I put it back in the deck, and oh, here it is. And I reshuffled, and then the next card came out, sort of ties into the card that I put back in the deck. And I'll show you the card that Aggie wants you to do, Play Love Remember. So this was the card initially, Sky Father. And the message she's sending to you is to trust in the unknown. Trust in the unknown. And as I'm reading this now, go back to that childlike energy when you first met her. You didn't know who she was, but you saw something in her and she saw something within you that connected you. She, okay, this is kind of bad, but she's saying, I could have been a serial killer, but you didn't feel that with her. You didn't feel that in her energy. So as you encounter others, always use discernment, but trust in the unknown, you know. And this is the card when I reshuffled that came out. We have the animal guardian. And what does it say? Trust your instincts. You have it within you. You trusted her without knowing anything about her, or a whole lot, I would say, right? You trusted your instinct, you trusted in your known. So do that now as you move through life. As we become adults, we tend to let fear overtake us, right? We see there's so much horrible things on the news, or we hear things in our neighborhood posts, and then we're fearful. We are, or maybe not fearful, but we put up these guards. Oh, you're like, we scrutinize everybody and everything. But what she's saying is, whatever it is, your instincts will never lead you astray. That gut feeling always it's all, for me, it's always been right. But what we tend to do is we tend not to listen because we want things to go a different way. So she is reminding you to trust in the unknown as well as trust in your instincts. And that's what I have for you, Play Love Remember. Oh, yeah.
So she did say, yes, I recognized her energy when she came in. She's Palladian too. My soul family. I didn't remember her, but my mom said I cried for 4 weeks. Wow.
Yeah.
She said, I wasn't afraid of anybody.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting, PLR. So nice. And artist Liz, thank you very much for being a member for 2 months. Thank you very much. She said, "Thank you, Jean and Akela. You're both lovely humans." Oh, that's so sweet.
Thank you.
That's so nice, and so many of you are saying such kind and sweet things. It's hard. I can't respond, and as much as I'd like to, but Tanya, she said yes, maybe next time. I said yes, I'll remember that, Tanya. I'll be back on tomorrow morning too. I know it's a rough and tough time for everybody, and she said very nice, ladies. Good, good, and I just wanted to come on and share a little sunshine if I could. Get it? Sun Psychic Jean, sharing sunshine. And Akila, where will you be next? Do you have
So
another show coming?
the next show I have will be next Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern time. That's my solo show. And then next month I'll be back on with you. Yeah, we'll
Good,
be back together.
good.
Unless if we do something before then. But for now, um, for the rest of this month, it'll just be my show on the 25th at 11 a.m. Okay. But if I do
I
any other
know. What's everybody doing for Halloween? Oh,
show,
sorry. I think we're off a little bit. I didn't mean
yeah.
to step on you. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. But if I decide to do or collab with anyone else before then, I will definitely post it on my channel. But yeah, for now, it's just the 25th I'll be back on. Yeah. And yourself, well, you're on
Wonderful.
tomorrow.
Well, yes, I'll be on tomorrow. And oops, my calendar. Um, and then after that, it'll be Friday. I'll be on with Marina and then the Psychic Triad again for Friday, the 24th. So it's tomorrow and then next Friday. So
Mhm.
very good. Thank you all very much for being here. And I hope that everybody is doing well, holding space. And yeah, it's a heavy time in history that I understand and I recognize. So just wanted to be able to come on here and share a little sunshine with everybody. And thank you for joining me on the spot, Akila. I appreciate you.
Not a problem. Anytime. Anytime. Thank you for having me.
Okay. Bye bye, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks again. Bye.